What is up and how's it going? Welcome back to another edition of the Noble Steady Sort of Sports Talk. I am your host, Tyler, here with my co host, Joey, and our guest, Shane Mack. Guys, how's it going today? Shane, I'll start with you. Shane, how's it going, buddy?
Going well, going well. It's good to be back on. A lot of interesting things to talk about. I'm excited to talk football this morning.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. Joey, how about you, buddy? How's it going?
I tell you what, we're entering one of the most wonderful times of the year with sports because you have football's in full swing, college and pro. October baseball is here, and hockey and basketball are getting ready to start. So it's a great time to be alive as a sports fan.
Hey, look, I can respect. I see Shane giggling down there. Look, I'm just gonna say I respect it. He included all the sports, so he's not just
Hey man,
name dropping hockey.
At the end of the day, we're all sports fans. We all love sports. Okay, whether it's hockey, whether it's basketball, baseball, football, soccer. I didn't bring up soccer because that's in full swing in the European side. So,
dude, the soccer's always going on, so you can't really say full swing everywhere. I feel like there's always a league happening with soccer.
But it's the leagues are happening, not international stuff. So
I'm not an expert in that field, but if you say so, I believe you. Well, that being said, today's episode is going to be an ATS episode for Week 5 of the NFL, and then we're actually going to sprinkle in some fantasy football in as well afterwards, just because we're a little behind on our episode, so we want to give you kind of like a 2-for-1 special here. So with that being said, y'all ready, guys?
Let's do it.
Make it hot.
All right. Well, the first game we're going to go to is actually going to be the first game of the slate. It's an early morning game. It's going to be our international game with the Cleveland Browns. We're going to technically be the home team hosting the Vikings, who are a 3.5-point favorite. Shane, who you got and why?
I'm going to go with Cleveland.
With the points or outright?
With the points. I'm always going to take the points.
But no, I don't blame
you. Their defense is playing pretty elite. I mean, I don't look like anyone can guard Myles Garrett. I don't know if you saw the guard yelling for Jordan Love to run during the Packers game. It was pretty funny. But, I think whenever you can get a rookie start, I think they're going to come with some fire. I think you're going to see some different looks, some faster tempo. Obviously he's a lot younger than Joe Flacco. And Carson Wentz is starting, and I think he have a couple turnovers. I know Kevin O'Connell gets the most out of these guys, but my gut tells me I think the Browns might pull this one out.
Yeah, Joey, what you think, buddy?
I'm gonna be the contrarian on that one with you, Shane. Carson Wentz has experience in the NFL. Dylan Gabriel doesn't. I don't know if them making the change is going to be helpful, hurtful. We don't know. There's a lot of things going on in that quarterback room that some people are calling people out for whatever reason, and then we're having mimes involved and all that. I think there's just too much drama going on in the Browns locker room for them to have any success. That and the fact that the Vikings have pretty much stayed in London or in the United Kingdom since their game last week. So, give me Minnesota plus the points.
Okay.
Their game last week in the superior Dublin.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure. But even still, they're already over there, so they don't have to worry about getting used to the time change. They don't have to worry about all that other stuff. They didn't have to travel 8 hours or however many to get there. So
I'm sure it's a little more than 8 hours. I think it's like 14.
Yes, it's like 13, 14. But they traveled 30 minutes.
Look, I don't disagree with you there. I just like Shane said from the last game, Carson Wentz, I've seen the full experience of it, and his lows are very, very low. And Cleveland may have the best defense in the NFL, low key. So I'm going to go with Cleveland with the points. I would not even be afraid to hit the money line on this one. Dylan Gabriel does scare me a little bit, but I just think it's going to be the Quinshon Judkins show. And they're just going to, even though Minnesota does have a good defense, I'll give them that. I just don't think the offense can keep up. I expect a low-scoring game. like possibly 17-10, 20-17, somewhere in there, like max would be my guess. But I'm gonna go with Cleveland. I wouldn't even be feels weird saying it, but I wouldn't even be opposed to taking them outright in that game. But if I'm gonna go player props here, I'm not exactly sure what Jerry Judy is reception line is right now, but I have a sneaky suspicion that Gabriel's going to target him early and often in that game. So if you can get it, I would say, especially like 4 right now, I'd hit the over on it. What y'all's thoughts on that?
So his 2025 stats, he has 13 receptions out of 30 targets. So he's getting, he's getting looks, but I could see him, and the other problem is he doesn't have any touchdowns. So I could probably see 3 receptions, maybe be in that threshold. Because again, it's basically like I said, 30 targets but 13 catches. That's a failing grade. We don't know what those passes are like. I can't look it up, but
that's another thing.
You get what I'm saying?
No, 100% get what you're saying on that one. Shane, what you think about the Jerry Judy comment I just made?
I mean, they're going to have to. I think they're going to have to throw the ball to win the game. Miami isn't too bad. Minnesota, but I like Judy's over. Njoku, I think, might have a good game with a rookie quarterback. I think the prop I'm going to take is Cleveland defense to score a touchdown.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I'm trying to look at the Jerry Judy thing real quick, just so I can. Yeah, the over/under is 3.5.
And just so you know, the Carson Wentz stats for the year: 2 games, 66.7% completion percentage, 523 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah. So, Joe, how do you feel about it at 3.5?
I mean, I don't feel like it's going to be a blowout game. I feel like it's going to be closer than we think. I'm sure the NFL wants it to be close.
I'm sorry, I was talking about Jerry Judy's.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's enticing.
Yeah, I think that number's a lot more enticing at 3.5.
It's one of those things where it's like, you would bet the over 2.5 receptions, but then when you see that 3.5, and you're like, that might make it worth the money.
Yeah. So I just want to throw that out there.
What's Quinshon Judkins receiving yard over under? I might take that one because you rookie quarterback dumps off the ball a lot.
I'm looking up right now for you.
He has 44 receiving yards off of 8 receptions and 2 touchdowns.
So the rushing one is 72.5 as of now.
For receiving yards?
No, rushing.
Oh, rushing yards.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it anywhere else right now because I'm not on the betting site. I'm just on Google. So,
gotcha.
I didn't want to get on my phone. So, so 72.5. I actually don't hate that number either. But anyway, if there's anything else y'all want to talk about this game, or we're good to move on to our next game.
Let's rock and roll.
Oh, I do have a rant that I want to do, if that's okay.
I mean, for this, or is it?
Yeah, it involves this game.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I know what we're talking about.
Okay. Why at 8:30 in the morning? You can easily do this at noon. They were doing it at noon at one point. Don't get me wrong, I love more football, but Browns Vikings doesn't exactly like. I'm sure some people can be like, this doesn't warrant me wanting to watch this,
and that's completely fair. This game is definitely for the degens,
right?
100%.
Yeah, but absolutely.
Why are we not playing this game at noon?
Because 8:30 in the morning football is amazing. You get up, have some coffee, start making some breakfast. You can start smoking something on the smoker. You can have a little Bloody Mary, a mimosa. I mean, you can watch football from 8:30 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. What's better than that?
There's nothing more. There's nothing better than that.
A league that has competent officials and can tell me what a catch is.
Well,
that's better.
Okay. That's above our pay grade. Okay.
But no, I just don't. I think of it fantasy wise. Like sometimes I forget. Like, oh shit, there's a game at 8:30 in the morning. Let me check my lineup. And then you have times where
it's
it's
more about you than the European games being at 8:30.
but no, I'm thinking of like, you have a guy, say like Justin Jefferson, right? You have him starting, and then you're like, all right, my team is good. You go to bed Saturday night, everything is great. Because a lot of people look at that who's in, who's out at 11:55 and go, okay, I need to make some changes. So 8:30, make it 8:25. You're still asleep, or you're just getting out of bed, and you miss the hey, Justin Jefferson's out.
You mean like Jalen Warren last week?
Yeah,
I think you just need to be more dedicated, Joey. We need you. We need you to have the same dedication to American football that you have to European football.
Oh, that's a fair point. Hold on. Will you wake up early in the morning to watch a soccer game? And don't you lie on here.
Only if my team is playing. So, like, if the Saints are playing at 8:30 in the morning, I'd make sure my ass is up. If Chelsea's playing at 6:30 in the morning, I'll either sit there and go, I'll wake. If I wake up, I'll put it on. If not, I'll just watch the replay later.
I mean, I hate to do this to Tyler, but I'm going to have to give Corey some credit here. Corey is not a Cubs fan, and he's not a Dodgers fan. He was up with me at 3 a.m. watching baseball when I was in Japan this year. And it wouldn't have mattered if it was the Cubs or not. If it was the Yankees and the Red Sox, I still would have got up at 3 a.m. and watched the game.
Oh yeah, and that's why this game is for like I said, this game is for the D-Gen, just like D-Gens, just like that game's for the D-Gens. Like,
come to our side, Joey. Fully embrace the degenerate inside you.
Dude, I get up, I drink my little energy drink, I go take my nice walk. By the time I get back and get out of the shower, I have football on. But it's amazing.
I can't say much now because as of late with this new job, I've been waking up at 6 a.m. every day. So I'm up now. I don't have to. I'm not going into work at 9 o'clock anymore. Why are you making that face, Tyler?
6 a.m. Say it ain't so.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. I love it, but at the same time, like, because now it's like, at 10 o'clock, I'm falling asleep.
Bro, my body starts waking me up at 5:30 every morning. It's ridiculous, and I don't have to be at work till 8. It's just like my body's like, nope, you're up now.
You've hit that stage of old man syndrome where it's just like my body's just waking me up now.
Yeah, 100%.
But I will say it is nicer waking up early. It feels like you
got your full day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. I'm just going to stay in bed. I'm just going to stay in bed a little longer because I don't have to be at work till 9 a.m.
All right, back on track here from all of our sleepy time discussions we just had. Let's go to our next game, a game that's near and dear to our hearts. It's going to be the Giants on the road going to the favorites, the New Orleans Saints, for the first time and probably the only time this season. The Saints are a 1.5 points. I've even seen it at 2.5 in some books. I'm going to take the Saints here. It just purely on the thing of if now, when. If not now, then when. It lines up perfectly. Jackson Dart's first start on the road. Now, granted, that's completely dependent on if the Dome is actually full of Saints fans, not Giants fans tomorrow, which I could definitely see happening, being full of Giants fans. But they've been close. I'm not buying the hype that Jackson Dart's the next coming of Michael Vick with all the running he did last week. He still only had like 111 yards passing. Cam Scatterboo, I will take the L on this. On this podcast, I've been very strong in my takes on it. He has looked good so far. Don't know if he can sustain this the entire season, but I just don't think – I think it just lines up perfectly where we can get a win at home here this week. So I'll take the Saints, and I'll take the points at 2.5 if we're going to be if I'm going to be that confident about it. Let's just do it. Shane, what you got, buddy? Don't go breaking my heart.
I am going Big Blue, baby.
I figured.
Me and Tuna will be at the game. Going Big Blue. Jackson, White, Michael Vick Dart. Going to run all over the Saints. University of Kentucky, Wanderlei Robinson is just going to catch 20 passes.
For 15 yards.
White Wark Dunn Scatterboo is going to be all over the place. Headbutting and dancing and flipping. And the Giants are going to destroy the Saints.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna. It wouldn't shock me, but I just
Nah, I'm going to take the Giants. All joking aside, he's going to run the ball. I think they got a lot of youth on the team. I think the defense. I mean, while it hasn't looked bad, the part of being in the dome was what, like Tyler said, the Saints fans owned the dome, and like it was shocking to see the amount of opposing fans in the dome. I mean, it's something I haven't seen since like the 90s. You know, the 2000s and the teens, you would never see that. So I think it shows the frustration of Saints fans maybe with the organization. I don't know if they're trying to prove a point, but I was shocked to see that.
look. Granted, San Fran does travel very well, but it is very jarring to hear the crowd when you're on offense, right? Like that was a little hard to deal with. But Joey, where are you leaning this game, bud?
I mean, it's a coin flip, honestly.
Well, hence the odds.
Yeah, but my thing is, so you have Jackson Dart, rookie quarterback, did really well last week against Shane's Chargers. This one's tough because it depends on what Saints team you get. Do you get the Saints team that played against Buffalo, or do you get the Saints team that played against Seattle? You know,
do you get the best Saints or the worst Saints? Can we get one in the middle?
There is no in the middle. I hate to say it. There's no in the middle. At this point in the season, you're either going to get really good or really bad. I
think 0-4 is pretty bad.
I would say I think really good's kind of strong, but
what I'm saying is, at one point, granted, again,
competent, I think is
the scoreboard at one point, even though the play got reversed, had the Saints in the lead against the Buffalo Bills, who a lot of people are saying is a favorite.
If Spencer Rattler actually makes a fucking good throw there,
that's true.
The one against for Olave, there's look, it's a trend, and I'm not trying to shit on Spencer Rattler completely, but it's a trend that across the middle he is behind more times than he's leading his receivers. Just throwing it out there.
I agree. There's very rare chance at deals where his receiver is still full in stride and making a play. Every time he's had a deep throw, it's the receiver has to stop coming to the ball. I like Cam Scatterboo the way he's been. He's that bruiser in the backfield. That's what I think the Saints need, is more of a bruiser. But you look at their receiving core; they just lost Malik Neighbors for the year. That's probably where I'm going to be kind of skeptical about their chances against the Saints. But if I had to pick, gun to my head, I would take the Giants plus the points.
All right. Well, I'm going to say now, if you're a betting person, as Joey said, in which we're all talking about ATS here, player prop wise, I'm probably taking over on Slayton's yardage. Our secondary is horrendous, and I think he'll have some opportunities to step in against that role that Neighbors had. And that's because I feel like you have to stop the run, right? Like you're circling that on if you're a defense. You got to try to make Jackson Dart beat you with his.
You're saying Darius Slayton's receiving yards?
Yeah.
Okay. As of right now, ESPN Bet, because that's the website I'm on, has it at 42.5.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would take Wanderlei Robinson's over on catches. For sure.
The only reason I didn't say anything about his catches is because I feel like that would be stupid high already.
I'm going to pull up.
It should be like 6.5 in my opinion. I haven't looked at it to be completely, but
yeah.
Now his yardage might be 24 with 7 catches. But
it doesn't have
7 catches. I'll ask you this, Tyler, while he's looking this up, and I
like Joe's opinion. I want to say it's at 5.5.
That's right at the spot. Oh, that's right at the spot where I feel comfortable at. Like 5 is what I was thinking.
Yeah,
it's just volume wise, right? Like because the Saints can't stop the run, they'll run Jackson Dart completely. But go ahead. What was your question, Shane?
So, at what point? I know we've talked about this. They're 0-4. They're going to be, unless they turn this thing around. When are they going to give Shuck an opportunity?
So I feel like these last you have to get a win in these next 2 games, right? Yeah, you have to. You got the Patriots and you got the Giants. They're probably going to be one of the easier landing spots to get a win on there. Because as much as Kellen Moore wants to say, hey, last year was last year, there was some extenuating circumstances with Spencer Rattler, but you get to 0-12, at a certain point, you just got to make the change. Now, look, that's completely dependent. We don't see him in practice. So unless he's just – I don't understand. Like, Spencer Rattler has played well, and he's not the issue, the reason why the Saints are losing. Let me put that as full disclaimer. The only reason we're having this discussion is because they haven't pulled out a win with him as a quarterback, and they made the decision to draft somebody in the second round. If they would have drafted Shuck in the 3rd, 4th round, I don't think you're having this conversation at all.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think the next 2 games are going to be a big litmus test. Now, look, if we go out and lose and we can't play defense against them, you know what I mean? And Rattler's solid, I don't think you take it away from him there. But I think the hard deadline is the week 11 bye, right? That's your hard out. If you were 1-10 or 1-9, whatever the hell it would be at that point, or 2-8, then you put him in. Or if you're winless, it may be before that. But I feel like the week 11 bye is the hard out, but it could come after these 2 weeks, especially if he doesn't look good.
Yeah, and mine is not based on Rattler's play.
Yeah,
it's more
100%.
of if you continue to lose games, you have to see what this guy you drafted 40th does, because you might be drafting a quarterback again.
Yeah. And just purely for the fan base as well. Like, I understand it's a process, and yes, Saints fans understand we're not going to win the Super Bowl or anything like that, but you also just have to have some kind of confidence going into next season, right? Like, okay.
Yeah.
Because, look, you end up with a top 5 pick, but Shuck or Rattler, whoever, you're solidified at the quarterback spot, takes a giant weight off of you, and you can use that top pick for pass rush, because it doesn't look like Chase Young's ever going to play fucking football again with a goddamn calf injury. That apparently. So, all right, I'm going to go on a tangent here.
We'll come back to Spencer Rattler when you're done with your tangent, because I have something.
Yeah. So Chase Young magically pops up on the injury report before the week 1 game, by his own words saying, "Oh, not a big deal. I'll be back soon." Okay, maybe miss week 1, maybe miss week 2. He'll be back, right? Dude, we're on week 5, and you're getting ruled out on a fucking Wednesday. What is going on? Either the Saints wildly misdiagnosed what this injury actually was, and he is more hurt than
me.
It would not be a shocker. That's why I'm putting it out there. And wildly misdiagnosed the amount of time he's going to miss. Or B, he's just milking this for all it's worth because we paid him a dumb amount of money in this offseason. He was your big free agency signing. This is the splash move we made to be the pass rusher, for him to be the pass rusher that we need. And guess what? He hasn't been on the field for 5 games. This would be the 5th straight game he's missed with a calf injury that wasn't supposed to be that big of a deal. So I just want to know what it is. And I'm tired of hearing, oh, well, he's going through his process. He's doing a great job. And blah, 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 blah. Well, he's doing a great job. Why the fuck isn't he on the field? We get no pass rush. I mean, look, Cam Jordan's the best pass rusher we got. And that's – oh, well, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. Carl Grandison is the best pass rusher we have.
He leads us in sacks right now. It's, I think, 5.5.
He needs another running mate. And hell, if we put him and Cam out on the field, he can get a whole lot of more creative with the pass rush. But, man, I don't know. You're getting paid $13 million a year, plus the signing bonus, where the hell it was. I can't remember off the top of my head. Get on the fucking field. This is ridiculous. Anyway, back to Spencer Rattler.
Okay, so, and while I have it up, Wan'Dale Robinson, it's 5+ receptions is -180. 6+ receptions is +111. So take with that what you will.
Try that line.
But back to Spencer Rattler. So he is 0-10. He joins an elite club of quarterbacks who went 0-10. Would you like to hear the names on that list?
I'm sure it's going to be like Peyton Manning, Troy Aikman. Who else?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Deshaun Kaiser, Jack Trudeau, Troy Aikman, Stan Gelbaugh, which I'll get back to him in a second, Derek Carr, Zach Mettenberger, Brody Croyle, and Warren Moon.
Okay, so you got Warren Moon and Troy Aikman.
Now, Stan Gelbaugh has an interesting story. Okay, he went, I want to say 0-11 in 1 year. He retired, then decided, I'm going to come back at the end of the year to help a team. He had 2 incompletions on his third play, tore his groin, got taken off the field, but they won the game. So his one win came at the end of a game where he got hurt.
Very nice.
So
Very
I
nice.
thought y'all would find that funny. Credit
Yeah.
to Big Cat from Pardon My Take for coming up with that.
So through that list, first of all,
yeah.
I don't even know who the hell the Trudeau guy is. So
I don't either.
Yeah, is it Justin Trudeau?
No, Jack
No.
Trudeau.
No, I'm just being stupid. But
I'll look up.
yeah, other than Aikman and Moon, who played in the '80s, and Moon had to go to the CFL, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah,
I think so.
So really, you got Troy Aikman, and that's a very finite example. And at a certain point, you get too much credit for wins. You get too much blame for losses as a quarterback.
But I will defend Spencer Rattler in this. Okay, in his starts last year, he had no offensive line because they were all hurt, and then every week the wide receiving core was so jacked up that it's okay. Who do we have playing for us this week?
Take last year out of it then. Take last year out of it.
So
where
then
do you feel
truly,
comfortable? When
I would probably let me pull up their schedule again. I know we talk about this ad nauseum every week. If he doesn't perform against the Bears, I pull him.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost at a certain point, like Shane said, just giving Shuck a look, and then giving your team a little bit injection of life there. But
because it was looking like I don't mean to interrupt, but it was looking like for the first 2 weeks, if you played against the Bears defense, you were the offensive player of the week.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Which also makes me so happy because Dennis Allen sucks up there as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw one thing about the Malik Neighbors thing real quick. I want to say is that somebody posted online. It's like it was like a picture of Odell Beckham making a catch, and then Malik Neighbors making a catch, and then Odell holding his knee, him holding his knee. I'm like, no, do not do that.
The number of
Odell
like,
Malik Neighbors comparison.
The things that are the same in both of those, like the quarterback came from Ole Miss.
All this stuff.
The third quarter, the fourth week, like it was too alike.
Too spooky.
Yes.
But let's move right along here because I know Shane just loves talking about the Saints as much as we do. Let's move on to our last game. It's actually going to be our Sunday night game. It's going to be the New England Patriots on the road going against the Buffalo Bills, who are an 8.5-point favorite. That's like I said, it's going to be Sunday Night Football and NBC. I'm actually going to take the Patriots with the points at plus 8.5. If it was at 6, I'd probably go with the Bills, but I see the Bills winning this by a touchdown. Look, division games are always weird, always wonky, and are usually always played pretty tight. And the Bills have given me the vibe this season that they're going to be the type that's like either hang around or just do what they have to do to win the game at the end, right? They're not really blowing anybody out yet, so well, except for the Jets week 2, but that's a little different. So I'm going to go with the Patriots plus 8.5 because I really like what I've seen out of Drake May this year. Their offense is starting to pick it up a little bit. I'm a little worried about their defense, but I'm good with the Pats at plus 8.5. Shane, where you at, buddy?
I'm on the same bandwagon as you, or same thought process. I think the Patriots are playing good football. I think they can hang with the Bills. I think the Bills, like you said, Bills kind of remind me of like the Chiefs last year, where they really were just doing enough to win the games and good football team, but let teams hang around. They really didn't like blow them out. So I'm on the same page as you. I totally agree. Joseph?
Yeah, the Patriots' losses that have come this year have been close. Drake May is actually outpacing Josh Allen a little bit in passing. I'll go Patriots on the points. But I think this is going to be a shootout style game. I think I would take the over 49.5 on this.
I like that take.
All right.
Plus, it's going to be interesting to see how Buffalo rebounds. Yes, they still won by 12 last week, but to a team that they should have blanked. So let's see how they rebound from some of their poor play this week.
Yeah, and let's not discount Christian Gonzalez being back for the Patriots. That's a big boost to their secondary. I mean, not that, like, the Bills really have like an alpha stud wide receiver. I guess he'll be shadowing either Shakir or Coleman, if I had to guess. But it's just a big upgrade for their secondary to get him back as well. So I just want to throw that out there. But that's really all I got. Bet wise, if you want to get a little spicy with the Pats Bills game, Trevion Henderson anytime touchdown, I'm feeling this week. Bills are not the greatest against the run, so I can definitely see him getting, and I feel like his time's coming. I know, look, it's going to be a frustrating backfield, at least for a little bit, because you got Vrabel saying, like, oh, well, we don't know who's going to be out there to start the game, but we have a plan on rotation-wise. Like, oh, don't do that. Just give the kid 15 touches. Like you've seen what Jahmyr Gibbs does. Like, come on now. Like, that's all we got to do. It's not rocket science here. But that's all. That's what I have. Y'all ready to talk some fantasy football? Because I know Shane's got some questions he wants to ask.
I do have some questions. I would say before we get off the Patriots game, Stephon Diggs touchdown going back to Buffalo, especially
plus 250.
After Allen made the comments that he did about makes it a little easier when you can throw the ball to whoever's open or something like that, or not force feed it. So I'm gonna bet on the Diggs one, but I do have some questions, some fantasy questions, which most of these people and most of these things will probably hit home for some of us on our teams.
Mm-hmm.
So you ready?
Shoesness has to start sitting fights.
No, I'm curious your take on a couple guys, and then I'm just curious your take. I've got the current standings for positionings, so I'm just curious take wise. So do you want the questions first, or do you want the position stats first?
Let's what do you think? Questions first, huh, Joey?
Yeah, do questions first,
and we can mix them in and stuff, positional stuff, and everything like that too as we go.
All right, so first one. Do you start benching Jamar Chase if they don't make a quarterback change, or if you say you have, like, so for instance, I had Malik Neighbors, but say I had Chase, I have like Rome Odunze, Tedero McMillan, Nico Ladd. Are you starting as a Chase owner? I'll go to Tyler first. Are you at all thinking about sitting him? If you have the luxury to do so, or are you just riding out?
Oh, man. It's one of those things where it's like, it's hard to do because at any given moment he can drop 40 points. Like, he'll have those Jamar Chase games. I go by, so my personal philosophy, I go by if I have the luxury, which in one of my leagues I just don't have the luxury of doing that. I would definitely say you go by matchup for sure. Like, if he's playing the Baltimore Ravens, I am hammering him, putting him in the lineup. You see what I'm saying? So I would go position by position. I mean, game by game. But it's hard to bench him just because even his floor, I know it's been ugly, but normally even with Browning, it's around 10 points. So just hold on, people. He's had 2 bad matchups back to back. I want to see him against some better ones. Like this week, he should be a little bit better, have a little bit easier of a time. Well, so he's a stud. It's hard, but if the matchup is like ridiculously dumb, then yeah, I don't have a problem setting him. Joey?
Through 4 games, real quick. Through 4 games, he is. Joey, don't be looking up stats while I'm asking these questions, by the way. I see you looking up stats. I want you going into this with no stats. I've got the stats already. No stats, Joey.
He's looking up who they're playing.
Yeah, he's 18th through 4 weeks. 18th overall receiver.
And let's be fair.
So not horrible, right? But when you draft them in redraft leagues first in Dynasty, you obviously want better.
Well, of course, but let's also put it in perspective too. The numbers have not been that great. You say 18th, but he also had a monster game too, so that's skewing the numbers. So it's been rough. Look, it has been very, very rough as a Chase owner. But he's done it with Browning in the past, so I'm thinking that he's going to be okay moving forward. I just think it was more matchups than anything the last 2 games, but we'll see. I mean, it's been horrendous. You can't sugarcoat it, but
right.
Luckily, I've survived the guillotine league I have him in, and I've survived and I'm still 3-1 in the league I have him in for Dynasty. So
So
Okay.
I think also it does depend on the matchup. If he's playing Detroit this week, you know maybe you give it one more week, and then after that then you have to start worrying. See what his quarterback play is like. If they make a change, if they pick somebody up, trade for somebody. I don't have this problem with my problem that I have is in one league, everybody's hurt. So I have to start who I have to start. Um, but yeah, if it gets to a point where, he's just not producing for you and you're starting to get games that are closer than they should, or you're losing games that you should have won going into the week, you have to make that change.
I guess
Okay.
best way to put it is they get a look. He due to the pedigree and who he is, he gets a little bit longer of a leash before he gets put
Yeah.
on the bench.
Yeah.
All right. What's a good segue? So I'm gonna talk about three guys here.
Okay.
Ranked currently 44th overall receiver,
Okay.
47th overall receiver, and 52nd overall receiver.
Okay.
And that would
I know
be
who one of
Brian Thomas Jr.,
Okay.
AJ Brown, and Lad McConkey.
I have all
Close.
three of those receivers in three different leagues, so I'm ready to hear this.
So I'm just curious, takes, thoughts. You can talk about all three, but I'm just curious because AJ Brown drafted in the second round, Brian Thomas drafted in the first round in some leagues, Lad either late second, early third in a lot of leagues. All are 44 to 52, 44, 47, 52 respectively. What are your thoughts on what's wrong, or do you think they turn it around? I mean, I know it's only 4 games.
Whoever. Look, I'll take this one first.
So you go first.
I'll go player by player. So I'll go Brian Thomas Jr. first, dude. So there is some gator arming that happens with him. That's okay. But my God, I've never seen a starting quarterback and a star wide receiver just not be able to get on the same page. Like I just, you hope it gets better. I think it will get better. They're gonna have to start scheming some stuff for him, like some screen routes, that kind of thing. But Lord, it has been horrendous with him and Trevor Lawrence. Like they just got to get the connection better. That's the biggest issue with Brian Thomas Jr. right now. It's talent wise, it should get better, but who knows? Honestly, that one scares me. I would probably put that one as I'll do a panic meter, just to give it kind of. I'd put that about a 6 out of 10 panic meter wise.
Okay.
Yeah. 6 out of 10. I'll go Lad next. It's a Keenan Allen problem. It is the comfort. It is the level of comfort that Justin Herbert has with Keenan Allen, who essentially plays.
That's a security blanket.
Well, then they essentially play the same role, right? Lad is a slot receiver that is being pushed out of some of his role by Keenan Allen. So, dynasty wise, I still love Lad as an asset. You hold on to him. This year may just not be the year for him. But in redraft, yeah, I'm at an 8 or a 9 out of 10 panic wise. Unless there's a Keenan Allen injury or something, that is your biggest hurdle. Because the problem is that the pass rate's up for the team as a whole, but he's not seeing the uptick in production, which was always been kind of the issue. Or not the issue, but it's always been a concern is that he doesn't see enough volume. But now that the passing volume's there in what was supposed to be a run-heavy offense, it's just not going to him where it should be, right? So I'm 8, 9 out of 10 on that one as of right now, unless there's a Keenan Allen injury. And lastly, the one that's probably closest, nearest, and dearest to a lot of my pain this year, AJ Brown. It's just going to be game dependent. They are perfectly fine with running the ball and having 0 passing yards in the second half. And I understand they're winning and everything like that, but it's going to come to a point where they can't win, where they're not going to be able to do that. And this may be a hot take. I don't know if Jalen Hurts is the passer. If a team decides to just completely take the run away, if he's the passer to carry them to another Super Bowl, right? Because to me right now, you play 9 in the box and you go, beat me. Show me you can beat me. Look, and that's the reason why you pay those 2 guys studs on the outside. Like we had a discussion in our group chat. It's like you're paying over $100 million for 2 guys to basically catch 3 passes a game. Like, if you want to just have the illusion of it, you could sign other guys in free agency for much less. So I feel at a certain point, it's going to have to at least even out some. Like, you can't just be 90-10 play call wise, right? Like, it's going to have to even out eventually. And it's going to come back to bite him in the ass sooner or later. I'm at an 8 with A.J. Brown panic-wise. It's just going to be rough all year. I do think this week, though, they make a concerted effort to get him the ball just because of his – usually when he complains, they force-feed him a little bit. But that's where I'm at with those three. Sad and depressed.
Okay. Joey, thoughts?
Brian Thomas, I have Brian Thomas in the league that I'm probably most focused on. And I've been starting him only because every week because it's that chance that he's going to score the points I need. Now, he has the only game he really dipped was against Houston. He scored 7.5 according to our league rules, because I know all league rules are different. So he probably scored 10 in some. He probably scored, 6 in others. But, he's still the guy that's going to get you the points when you need it. Like Tyler said, it just depends on his quarterback, getting them on the same page. Lad, Keenan Allen's that security blanket for Justin Herbert because of, I guess, experience. But again, Tyler hit it on the head. For Dynasty, hang on to him. Like, he's going to be really good in a couple. Whenever Keenan Allen decides to hang it up, Lad's going to be the guy. And then A.J. Brown, I'm so frustrated with me getting A.J. Brown in the league I have him in. I've benched him. So I think actually, I think Saquon is the thing that is hurting Philly's receivers the most because he is so damn good. That Madden curse has not hit him yet, but
I'm going to push back a little bit on that one real quick. Mm-hmm. He has not been that great this year. Like, he's not been Saquon, right? Like, he's been capped a little bit. They're just running this plotting, like – go ahead, Shane.
No, so just to give you he's not in the top 10 in running back points for fantasy through 4 games. And I want to say – and now I'm using Fantasy Pro stats. I want to say, if I remember correctly, he was like 15 or 18.
Yeah.
So
that's the range I've been seeing him.
That to me was very alarming because Philly's been winning games, but no one really looks spectacular on their offense besides, obviously the tush push thing. Jalen Hurts has had rushing touchdowns in 3 or 4 games. 3 out of 4, weeks. So, I have benched Lad in my league. And we'll kind of get into why I benched him when we look at some of these stats. So I'll kind of go into the stats real quick, just for fun. I was looking at this. Do you guys know who the top scoring quarterback is so far through 4 games?
Just tell me. I'm drawing a blank here. Is it Mahomes? No, it's not Mahomes.
Is it Daniel Jones?
Mahomes is 4.
4.
It is not Daniel Jones isn't in the top 5.
Yeah, I knew Jones wasn't in the top 5 because he kind of fell off last week. It's not Hurts. I know Hurts is up there though.
Hurts is also not in the top 5.
No, I don't know, man. Just I'm drawing a blank here.
It is Matthew Stafford.
I can see that. He's been throwing a shit ton this season. Which, speaking of which, and I was talking about wide receivers, I think we can clearly say that, at least for right now, Puka's the best wide receiver in the league.
I can agree with that.
My God, what he's doing right now is insane. But go ahead.
So, it's Stafford, Allen, Jackson, Mahomes, May.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, they've been airing the hell out of the ball. Devontae Adams has been great for them.
So
sorry, I dropped out there. Sorry about that.
You're good.
No, you're good. You're good.
I want. So, I know we're going to talk about Lad and all that, but going back to Philly, I'm curious to know what their results are on first down plays. How are they getting to 2nd and 5s? How often are they getting there? Are they getting those second and third and longs that warrant passes? Because if they're not, if the running game is getting them their first and their second and 5, their third and 2s, like it almost makes it almost unnecessary to worry about the deep ball if they're just trying to be ahead of the chains every play.
And that's all they're doing. And that's what the most frustrating part is that they're still winning playing this way. So there's no incentive for them to make this change.
It's how I win in college football video game.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's the thing, is that there's no incentive for them to change. So that's what's frustrating, is that anyway. If they were 2-2, then you'd be like, you are 500, throw the ball.
Yeah.
They're 4-0. And it's like, fudge. Shane?
Yeah, the Eagles are surprising to me. There's going through the stats, there's a couple other quick surprises. The top 5 receivers, the first 2 I don't think would shock you. Puka is a landslide.
Yeah.
At 52 receptions. Now he has a 5th game, but through 4 games, the next closest person is St. Brown with 26 catches.
Yeah, and St. Brown's just, and the thing is about St. Brown is I don't know if he can keep with this pace, though. He has been a touchdown machine the last few weeks.
Yeah. But do you know who number 3, 4, and 5 is on fantasy receiving scoring?
Receiving scoring?
All right, I'm going to throw it out there just because he had a monster game, but I know he had a
top 5 receivers.
Is Trey Tucker one of them?
He is not.
Okay. He had that big 40 burger, so I was wondering.
I know this because he's been on my bench every week. Quentin Johnston.
Yeah, he's got to be one of them.
He is number 4.
Yeah,
he's number 4.
He's gotta be up there.
That motherfucker has been like, oh, I don't need to start him. And then he's been scoring like crazy. And I'm watching my optimum score be like 170, 160. And I'm looking, he's got 30 points on my bench.
It's because he's been catching those long touchdown passes.
Yeah. So he's starting this week. I don't know who I'm playing against, but he's got to start this week.
Number 3 is who I'm benching Lad for, which is Rome Odunze.
Oh yeah. No, damn, I should have known that because he's on bye this week though.
Yeah, he's got to bye this week.
Right.
So I wouldn't start him.
But let me tell you. So, in all fairness, leaving that draft, the Yahoo draft that we had, and I took him in the 3rd round. I'm like, shit, I way overdrafted him. But I was like looking through the first few. I'm like, holy shit, I am a genius. And of course, John was trying to get him from me.
The thing that helped Rome Odunze was that game against Detroit, for sure.
No, he's been consistent, bro.
He's been consistent, but he had that blow up against Detroit, and it's
All right. So we got
who isn't Jono trying to get
that's
from one of the 3 of us.
I think so. I showed Tyler this. I haven't told you this yet, Shane. So I had a plumbing problem at my in-laws' house. Not plumbing, it was AC was leaking, and their AC.
You don't need to show me that.
I don't need to show you, but I'm just saying.
Nah.
So it was leaking onto the ceiling and dripping through the ceiling. So it looked like it was going to cave. So when we were talking about recording on Thursday, I sent y'all that picture of, no, I'm kind of busy. So Tyler thought that was at my apartment.
Well, I mean, a normal person would.
Yeah, which is fair. It's fair.
With no context, you just get photos of.
Jono, I guess, was talking with you about, I'm just going to have to go through you to get to Joey for trades. And you were like, well, he's kind of busy. And you told him about what my problem was, and he explained everything of what the problem could be. Yeah. And he called me to see if I needed help. I think he was trying to get hey, man, trade. What do you want for Derrick Henry? What do you want for this guy? What do you want for that guy?
Yeah. I was looking at my team in Yahoo, and I'm like, I'm 2-2, but there's no reason I should be 2-2.
And your team name is CUN26.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm not pushing future assets right now.
I'm over. So CUN26. I might change my team name to that.
Oh man!
Just
but anyway,
everybody.
Anywho, Shane, what you got next, buddy? Come on, I'm ready for these questions.
All right. Can either of you name the top 2 scoring tight ends so far in 4 weeks of fantasy?
Well, Warren's one of them.
I don't think he's that high.
He's 5.
He's 5. Okay. Big touchdown. So Juwan Johnson's been getting a lot of targets, but not a lot of touchdowns. So I don't think he's up there in the top 2. It's not Bowers. Bowers been injured. McBride maybe, but he hasn't.
Bowers is 10.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know Bowers has been struggling because I got him in 2 leagues.
McBride is 4.
4.
It's not.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to rip this off now. It's not Travis Kelce, right?
Fuck no.
It is not. No.
Okay.
He's 8.
God damn, I'm trying to think who. Kincaid?
I would have never guessed this in a million years, by the way.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you. I'm
it's
not
not
gonna try
Kincaid.
them. All right, well, go ahead.
Tucker Kraft.
Jake the Snake Ferguson.
Oh,
the number
that dude's
one
been getting
tight end.
shit ton of targets. Yeah.
So who's number 2?
Well, so these guys, this guy's got a fifth game already. Is the guy who's Tongs.
Tonges
2, but yeah, Tonges. But he's
taken into account.
Behind him is Hunter Henry. Behind him,
the Hunter Henry one's
number 2 without that game is Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry's 3.
Yeah. Derek May's been going to him early and often. Which, by the way, congrats to anybody who got Drake May last year. Like late.
Yeah, that's my quarterback.
I got him in my father-in-law's league.
Yeah.
In the league with my buddies from high school, I have Drake May as my quarterback and Warren as my tight end.
Nice.
And I've got the number 9 rookie sensation in Buka. He's 9th overall in wide receiver scoring. I just wanted to throw that out there for Tyler.
Oh, I'm more. So that's why
that was it. I just was just looking at stats. There was some alarming things, whether it be receivers, quarterbacks. It's only 4 weeks, but
here's a question for
y'all. Some interesting stats.
Here's a question for y'all.
It's been an odd season so far.
I'm gonna ask y'all to start or who to start. And this isn't in any of the leagues we're in together. This is a different league. Drake May or Patrick Mahomes this week?
Who are the Chiefs playing again?
The Chiefs are playing Jacksonville.
I'm gonna say I'll stick with May.
I've been starting Patrick Mahomes every week, and I'm just waiting for the time to. And this is not my league. This is my father-in-law. I'm running his team, so
they're both 4 and 5. But real quick, and then I'm gonna have to get going, so we're gonna have to wrap this up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say let's each get a fantasy start of the week. How's that sound? Y'all good with that?
Sure.
And we'll sign off. So mine, I'm gonna go with Nico Collins. He's gonna break out, and as much as it pains me because I'm playing against him this week, I just think that going against that horrendous defense that is pass defense that the Ravens have right now, they just have so many injuries that they're trotting out guys I've never even heard of at cornerback. So I'm gonna go Nico Collins, breaks out, has a huge game this week. Shane, who you got?
Cool. It's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot there, but I'm actually giving your guy pub this week, so I'm hoping I can do some reverse psychology on him. But
there you go.
All arrows point to me not having a good Sunday with Nico Collins.
I am I'm gonna say same game.
Okay.
Woody Marks is the real deal and has another 20-point performance. 20-plus point performance.
And the Ravens are notorious for giving up passing work to the running back. So it's a great pick. I like that a lot as well. Joey, let's wrap this episode up in a nice little bow.
I'm going to go the route of the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to butcher the fuck out of this dude's name. Elic Iomanor?
Elic Iomanor.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. I think you start him this week against the Cards.
Roads.
Or the Cardinals. Yeah, they're playing the Cardinals. They're playing the Cardinals. Yeah. Look, I like that. I like all those picks, guys. But another great episode. Hope you all take our advice and make some money this week. But for this edition, I am Tyler, your host. with Joey and Shane O'Mac. We'll be back next week with another edition of the Noble Steady Sort of Sports Talk. Y'all take it easy. Later.